What's going on, guys? We're actually going to go straight into game. Sorry for rushing you, but we are back, and we're going to have Fnatic up against Gamers Connection. We were hyping this up. We're excited. We're on the 20-second countdown. First map, we're going to be going into Dawnbreaker. You know that Fnatic are good at this map. You still flying the GC? You still flying the GC flag?
I was flying Fnatic.
I thought you were going GC.
No,
so we're both thinking this is going to be...
And I asked you if it was going to be a stomp, and you said no, and I said, yeah, it's going to be a stomp.
Okay, so we're thinking a close game with Fnatic coming out on top. Let's jump into game. You can hear it already. Let's jump in and see exactly what they can do for us.
You have to turn the audio down. It's a little loud.
It is a little loud, isn't it?
Actually, I don't even know if it's live yet.
It is.
So, can you double check that by looking at chat? Okay, it is live. So, Fnatic currently on the US side and Gamers Section over on the Chinese side. And we're going to find out exactly how this one's going to break down here. Already a 2-1 hold here in favor of Fnatic. And, well, Fortune Drunks to be taken down at the B flag here. So it will be a 2-1 now, switching over to Gamers Connection. Of course, going to the lineup for you guys at home who aren't familiar with the teams. We have more Unfixed, Valu, Drunks, and Too Easy. On the side of Gamers Connection, we have Hexus, Fraud, Lieutenant Hunter, Gia, and Jika. And right now, Fnatic again. I was just talking to Drunks in the break for a little bit. Actually, asking him a question. He said, "Yeah, they haven't been practicing much. They're only playing in the cups. They literally only play when it's the cups.
So they don't do any kind of prep.
Nothing. But so that's why they look really sketchy.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you're struggling to be challenged. I'm not saying they weren't challenged, of course, in the offline finals, but on their path there, they didn't. I mean, they didn't drop a map for close enough. These guys are obviously the top of their game, and I guess maybe without a challenge, you lose that drive. I guess that some of these teams slightly lower down, GC for example, may have.
Right now, Gamers Connection, they've definitely been a strong team last season. Of course, getting all the way into the offline finals, actually. You see Drunks trying to push on the catwalk here. There will be a Hexus there trying to defend against it, but Drunks will be taken down. Either way, it's still 2-1. Still tied up here in tickets now. Are we on my screen? Or yeah, we are on my screen. Okay, just making sure. And it will be turned back over quickly here for Gamers Connection. So no real play towards the southeast side road. No one really kind of rushing either way, which is what we saw a lot coming in from the side that was on the northeast. Just kind of push right in, get a back cap on A, which you might see come out of Drunks in just a few seconds, but kind of more of a let's just beat you head-to-head in a 5-on-5 firefight, not really worry about any these sneaky plays, which as you just see right there, gets completely shut down by Jika, sitting there on that dog walk.
Yeah, you see them 124 to 113. Fnatic not starting with the lead that we saw them in the first map. We'll see if GC can hold on to this. This first map, sorry, previous game. But here in the grand final of Cup 2 of the fall season, we'll see what Hexus has got in mind. As Valutaji is actually pushing up Telala. Ooh, big play actually from Valutaji. Managed to take him down as he fell. That's going to open up the A site, leaving just Fred, or Frud, it's a tough name to pronounce, defending that A flag. So AB hold. Not going to be too upset with that one for GC. They know that they can keep hold of it. C is one of those sites which they're going to have to... It's quite a lot of legwork to get towards that B flag. Drunks is charging in though, did take one down. And you see strong defensive play from GC as Mort is on the move again. This 1-for-1. Zia going down alongside Mort as Hexus is considering a push on this balcony. He's going to find one. Not going to be able to take him down, though, and those tickets are still falling from beneath Fnatic's feet. The team who are supposed to be, you know, top of their game, top of this game, are actually looking a little weak.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Fnatic will start to practice again when it comes to group stages, comes to those playoffs, because obviously it means a lot more then. But again, there's still 500 euros on the line. There's still 100 points, and you know, Fnatic, if they want to repeat the performance 3 seasons running, where they won in the summer, or the spring, summer, and well, coming up into the fall now, you know, obviously being one of those teams to take 3 straight is not going to be easy, especially when you have all these newcomer teams starting to really step up, like Elevate, who was Exertus.
Yeah.
And of course, you have MHSV really starting to show some light. Nameless in there as well. But either way, it still seems like the old guard are definitely controlling things at this point. And Jika trying to work in towards A here. Being shot down by 2 men here. Too Easy and Valu, I believe that was, or maybe it was Morton Too Easy. 2-man squad. Actually, it's Morton Valu. And they clean up 3 people, working up that A.
Easy
so
peasy, lemon squeezy.
And they need a tri-cap in the backside with Drunks if he goes for it.
Yeah, and look at that random respawn. They're actually not, sorry, I say random, squad spawn, but they're going to force them into that horrible middle area with nothing really of interest around. They're close to that B side, but it's easy to defend, and now Drunks has single-handedly secured this trip cap. Let's see how GC can deal with this one, because this is going to be damage control right now. Watch the tickets just disappear now from the Chinese side. GC are going to have to make a move fast, and that move is not looking good. I mean, what have they got? Well, their options right now, probably Jika maybe pushing towards B in that middle area. In the meantime, Drunks is keeping hold of C. He's not going to let it go without a fight, though. He's going to be looking to return back to that statue area, holding down that site quite easily. He took down 2 members, and it looks like they've finally decided Hexus and Fred are going to push straight on towards the A site. Let's see how it goes. 2Z goes down. Nice start from the GC offense, as they are looking to change it, but Fnatic are fighting back. Tarja, catch ahead. He's going to take him down. He's just going to get the suppression assist, but Mort was there to take down Jika, and that's not going to be enough. He falls now, courtesy of Hunter with the AEK, and that's the A site finally secured. But look at the damage done. 30 or so tickets have slipped away from GC from the short, beautiful trip cap delivered by Drunks.
Hunter picking up 3 big kills right there at the A flag. Going to be able to defend it for a little bit longer. You can see Valo's still off the side, kind of waiting for his moment to shine here. And he can't hit the shot, unfortunately, but now B being pressured on. He has the rest of his team to back him up there to make sure to secure that one back, so we won't really be too worried about that one. But either way, like I said before, there's a complete giant swing in favor of Fnatic in these tickets because of that tri-cap.
Fantastic.
And because they've been maintaining this this tri-cap, or at least this 2-1 for such a long time here. And while they will eventually fall here, and not to mention the 2 men over towards B who are defending it, unfortunately, did go down as well. So we're going to have a 2-1 back for Gamers Connection here after what seems like a couple of minutes, to be honest. And now Fnatic are going to be the ones trying to fight to get this one back in their hands. And not to mention, to pick up their first cup win of this fall season.
Yeah, it certainly is important, both for, a period. I mean, they didn't succeed. They tried last time in the previous cup, managed to get knocked out in the semis. This is the Fnatic who know that they've got to prove themselves, as well as, saying, yes, we won the last 2, 3 seasons. This is a whole new season. There's a couple of new teams. I mean, admittedly, some of those teams may not be the brightest stars. We saw Berserk, 280 ping, not the easiest from South Africa, but the fact that they turned up, leaving the 8v8 environment and pushing into the European 5v5, it's great to see. And if any of you guys in chat have got 5 friends, want to say, oh, these guys are rubbish, what have they got? Come prove it, come win 500 euros, come win 30,000 euros, in the offline finals. You've got the potential, you've got the platform courtesy of ESL, and right now we're seeing Fnatic starting to lose that lead.
They definitely are, not to mention they're going to potentially get tri-captured in just a few seconds, and that's a spots at least 1 man coming in from this side over to his left, and looks like those 2 will be cleaned up here, so it looks like Gamers Connection will be able to pick up a lead themselves. And again, these 30, 40 ticket swings are just really unfortunate for either side, and it's just kind of bringing these teams are really, very well versed in each other, very well played as well. I mean, again, I feel like Gamers Connection have been more practiced than Fnatic. I think almost every team out there has been more practiced than Fnatic at this point, but still, Fnatic's still holding on. They're only down about 5 tickets right now. Those start to obviously increase as this 2-1 or 2-0 actually is being held onto for quite a long time. Either way, Gamers Connection going to build up a little bit of a lead here. I wonder how big it's actually going to get, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, 29 to 36. Nice pick from Mort, just landing the tag. He doesn't even need to pick up the frag, because all he needs to do is push them away as he caps it, but the nade, perfect positioning from Zia, catches Drunks, and Drunks as he's trying to resurrect. So the 2 nades from Zia, 2 kills from Zia. As now we see 20 tickets suddenly Fnatic. That was a full squad wipe. That's going to cost them in the respawns 17 tickets. And GC, they looked shaky. It's been really back and forth, and that's exactly what you expect from a grand final. None of these 80 ticket deficits we saw perhaps in the quarters. But right now, we're seeing Fnatic. They're going to be almost, I think that it may be rubbing the salt into the wound. No, it's going to just be that BC hold. I thought we were going to see a trip cap. But with only 7 tickets remaining, every respawn is going to cost him. See, Unfix is holding on to his spawn. He just wants to try and draw out as long as possible. Try and stop this at the moment as they are charging towards the Jik is going to fall down. Mort's the man behind that one as we see 1 ticket remaining. It's going to be around that 30 ticket mark. What a first half from GC. 32 tickets.
Well, Gamers Connection able to do what most teams couldn't do against Fnatic last season and just take them to a loss and a half, I guess, is what we should say. But Jika at 16-8, you see Hunter at 14-10, Gia at 16-9. I mean, everyone of their teammates went with a double-digit kills. And you look on the side of Fnatic, and Drunk 7-14, Unfix 7-8, not necessarily having the best of games here so far. Not to mention Valu, who, we saw when he does step up, he can do extremely well and definitely carry a team as we saw against Meet Your Makers just prior. But either way, Fnatic, they need to make something happen here if they want to be able to take this first half back. 32 tickets isn't the biggest, deficit in the world, but when you're playing against, some of the best teams here, that is honestly quite a huge margin.
Yeah, it's not an easy margin to overcome. I mean, we saw how closely leveled these teams were. They were very back and forth, tit for tat. 16 for 8 from Jika. I don't know if that's an anomaly. I don't think it is. I think, him and Zia were really shining. I need to stop saying shining, but I do think that those two were really strong. 16 for frags. I don't think that's the first time we've seen it, especially in this tournament. I'm pretty sure Jika has been doing well throughout. But going into the second half of Dawnbreaker, yeah, exactly. So I think maybe it's a case of just these players really, really wanting it. And Fnatic, they're looking a little bit shaken. Like, hang on, wait, we're the team that's supposed to be winning these first halves. We're the team that's supposed to be gliding easily through these first half. Or well, through these cups at the moment. These are the reigning champions. They should be able to kind of set the pace of the game. And right now, GC are doing the exact opposite to them. Their Fnatic are really having to play catch up. And we're currently watching some news, checking up on SHTV. I don't think it's as good as ESL TV, do you?
I was just thinking about the Occupy Hong Kong thing that's going on.
What do you think it's updates? Do you think?
That'd be crazy weird, wouldn't it be? If that actually wasn't
like live news, yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah. But no. Pretty close. Pretty close, actually. Either way. Obviously, the second half kicking off here. Fnatic down 32 tickets here in this one. Obviously, swiping sides with Fnatic now over the Chinese side. And, of course, Games Connection now on the US side here. We're going to find out. Let's see if Fnatic can take it back, or if Games Connection can take a map win against Fnatic and take it to map number 2, which will be on Langkang Dam.
All right, let's play kickoff. Let's see what 2easy and the Fnatic side have got in store for us today. Looking to head down that long, deadly alley or road, and we'll see actually Lieutenant Hunter and the entire GC team have headed for B. They've got it. Fnatic actually letting them have it early, but it's the retake game that they're going to be trying to play. Jika has got away with it. He's pushed all the way up the street. I think he spotted one. He's going to throw the nade out to try and catch him. Missing the bullets. Whether the nade can do the job, it can't. And this is a big push from him. He's got one. Surely if he gets the second, this is going to be huge. He can't quite manage it. I thought that was going to be a very early A capture, but Fnatic just a little too strong on that one. And so strong, in fact, they've sent 2easy for the rotate on C. See what he's got. Oh, dearie me. He had potential. Not going to succeed as Jason is close to death himself from these calls. Are you okay?
Losing a lung right now.
Bless you. Nice, though, response from Jika. Finding the man in the back. It was unfixed. And now we see B starting to change hands. As early and successful as that early capture was, we're seeing Drux and holding B. In the meantime, Hexis is over on A.
Oh, right now. Looks like Jika will actually go for the secure on a B in the meantime. And it looks like they actually might be able to pick up a tri-cap here. I think Jika did get picked off from the backside from unfixed, but either way, B will be picked up in just a few seconds here. And Fnatic, they're definitely struggling. They're already down 20 tickets here. They dropped below 32. They will have lost out in the first map, and they will be going to Langkang Dam, which is probably one of their strongest maps now, actually, where they have some of the biggest score lines that I think we've ever seen. Either way, let's see what Fnatic can do about this. 2easy working off towards the dog walk side. So I'm still losing a lung for some reason. And Jika,
well.
It was secure catwalk here, as you see unfixing and taken down. So it will be a maintain hold out of Games Connection. They're going to have this nice line defense, or this kind of midway through hold. And you can see Trunks. Okay, I was trying to click him. He's actually by himself right now, just trying to stay alive here, trying to buy some time for some respawns, maybe pick up the guide towards Cap, but unfortunately for him, he's not really being too successful. Drops the med pack, drops down, and drops to his death here. And that score is just getting really out of hand here for Fnatic.
Yep, they've only foregone 7 tickets so far. Games Connection are starting and finishing so very strongly right now. Fnatic, they're at a bit of a loss at the moment. Not sure where to go, what to push, because right now, no matter the way they're holding B is a little unusual to Fnatic. They don't like it. They're used to this very standard play. You see Jika, he's in a standard position, more on the way push, but you can see here, look, so on the outside, this is what I was talking about. Jika, he likes to play this area around the stairs, does actually go down, but that's the only standard position I think I've seen from GC. The rest is very roamy, very kind of out in the open, I guess. And that's kind of surprising Fnatic. Lieutenant Hunter is on the back door, knocking on that C flag, and it looks like he's going to keep hold of it for a while. Does eventually go down to the nades. We've seen some great nades on Dawnbreaker, but with this open, kind of open plan, I guess, environment, it does kind of open the potential for a lot of nade kills. As I say, that Valutage releases one of his own. Don't think he's going to quite take anyone down with it, but Drunks did succeed with his. Still though, BC hold. This time for Fnatic. We'll see how long this can last. They're kind of turning the tables now on GC, but with such a strong start, only 79 tickets now, it really looks very good for GC, especially considering the 32 tickets that they have transferred from the first half. So that leaves them around that 160 mark.
Trunk just looks at the nade like, I should run. Let's just push out of it. But I mean, I guess we should keep in mind what Fnatic just did against Bleacher Makers in the second half on Operation Locker, coming down to only a 1-ticket difference to secure the win. But I definitely agree. I think GameStation should have this game in the bag with the way they were currently playing. But you know, give credit to Fnatic. They've been definitely fighting back here. They've been trying to get control of the pace of the game, control of the flags. And it looks like they will have a tri-cap here, albeit maybe just for a couple of seconds, but either way, they're starting to obviously claw away at the lead. That 7 tickets that they did take away for Gamers Connection, you know, the first 2.5 minutes in has completely been changed around as we're now about that 41 mark.
Wow.
They're starting to step up. Valor at 5-7, more at 5-4, 9-6 for 2 easy. And the tri-cap will finally be turned over here for Gamers Connection, finally pick up the A flag. Either way, Fnatic are starting to show their stuff here. They're starting to show that might be out of practice, but once they get going, once they play a couple of games, they can really be a team to beat.
Yeah, and this seems like the same Fnatic we saw previously. They look a bit weak at the start, a bit shaky, and then somehow, some way, they just pull out these incredible comebacks. We'll see if that can be the case here, as Fext has got a lot of pressure on him to hold on to this B side. Lands 2 tags, does eventually bring the frag. Surely not. Looking for the second with the Magnum. Or sorry, not the Magnum, the M4-1-2. But that's not a pistol you see that often. It's a bit of a mouthful, that's probably why. But regardless, we do see this is it. This is what GC needs to do. They need to stop the bleed. They know how important this B flag is going to be to them, but they also have to be concerned about that A flag. Lieutenant Hunter, the man to defend it. This is the positioning I was talking about. Look at that pre-fire. Hunter either using his ears or something, a spot. I don't know how he did that, but with that little bit of pre-fire, managed to secure the kill that Zia is going to struggle to do now. Going to put the man on the med kit. Knows he's going to try and bait out the fire from the enemy. Bobbing and weaving. He needs to push in now. Knows that the time is of the essence. Finally takes down 2 easy, and that's a great play from Zia, as that means that now Fnatic are a little bit on the back foot, need to hold on to this A site, but the problem with worrying about A means that C flag is going to lose some attention. Valutaja managed to be the spawn point for his team. Fnatic throwing numbers over at A, and it's still slipping out of their hands, as we do see the same from GC. 4 blue dots roaming around that A flag. They've managed to bring B under their control as well, and they've finally managed to stabilize.
Well, right now is a 2-1 hold for Gamers Connection. They almost got a full squad wipe as Drunks is the last man standing, but look at this. 32, remember, is that magic number. 20 tickets, now 19 left to work with here for Fnatic, and that's only getting smaller, obviously, as the time goes on. And, you know, right now, it's like it's kind of being overflowed for them, because you can see, you know, if you look at Gamers Connection, they've been able to finally swarm into these certain flags, and Fnatic are just spilling blood all over themselves at this point. And that will be the 2-1 maintain. Gamers Connection again, just looking like the better team at this point, and that's less than 10 tickets left to go against the 80 out of Gamers Connection. I feel like Fnatic already looking forward to that next map on Lankang Dam. And that kind of worries me, because I feel like Gamers Connection are aiming a lot better. And when it comes to Lankang Dam, it's a very heavy marksmanship map to me, where if you can pick up those kills, then you can definitely hold on to tri-caps and make things a little bit difficult. I'll even see GG's being called out. So going on the second map now with a 1-map lead for Gamers Connection. We could see Fnatic drop 2 grand finals in a row here. Yeah,
and I mean, seeing Fnatic stuck in the semis, that is not something we're used to seeing. This is a kind of a whole new season start for Fnatic. First cup, knocked out in the semis. This is the cup. They've already lost the first map. Are we going to see a repeat?
You know, usually teams wet their pants when it comes to seeing Fnatic and going up against them.
It is, yeah, they do. Not keen on that. ABC, right. Okay, so I don't know why. The teams do like to kind of play on for a little bit. They like to continue to express their victory. I don't know why we don't cut straight to the next map, but we are
maybe just kind of, you know, to dry off.
Going on to Lankang Dam.
To kind of warm up, dry off a little bit.
Dry off, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like to shake things up a little bit, you know?
And we are going to find out.
Nothing. Not gonna say anything.
Nope, absolutely nothing.
Can I bring it up then? Can I say it?
You can, yeah, go on then. Why don't you tell them why you've just done an awful amount of puns? An awful amount of puns. Enlighten the audience so we don't sound like idiots.
Because Alex opened up a bottle of pop and it was shaken apparently when he got it out of the vending machine. It dropped down, and he didn't realize that he needs to open it slowly.
Oh no!
And now he's got a lot of apple
juice
apple
schorle
on his pants.
Yep. It's a mistake. I stink of apple juice right now, and I'm regretting it. But I am still thirsty, so I'm gonna let you talk about a little bit about Lankang Down.
We take a little sip of that.
I will. I'm just gonna mute my mic so you guys at home don't have to listen to it. But I mean, while I disappear and enjoy my apple juice.
Can we watch this? Can we put this on camera?
I don't know if we. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Oh, we're actually gonna. Okay.
Here it comes. You ready? This is the culprit.
Why don't you stand up so they can see how much you spilt on your pants? No, I'm just kidding. He's not wearing any pants.
I'm not wearing any, no. But this is the culprit.
You're still tripping on yourself.
Regret.
See, this is why you make fun of me when I bring in these waters. You're like, oh, what's in there? It's literally just
prepared.
water with vitamin water.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have carbonation
fizz?
in it. It doesn't fizz up
no.
and spill over myself.
Regardless, though, I am going to try and dry off at some point. Or maybe hopefully after this game is over. But on Lankang Dam, talking about Lankang Dam, you kind of questioned me when I said that it was a map we didn't see that often. But other than this previous cup, previous seasons is not a map we don't see so much.
Wait, what did I do?
You know, last time we were casting, I was saying like, oh, Lankang Dam, it's a map we don't see as often as others. It's a map that a lot of teams don't like to play. And you suggested that wasn't the case.
Yeah, we saw it last cup, and then we saw it actually towards the end of the last season in the cups.
Okay.
In the group stages, it started to come out to be played a lot more because teams are getting tired of Zavod and such. And let's see. Apparently, we're waiting.
We're actually waiting on us. Yeah, I think we're.
No, they're not waiting on us.
I mean, our admin.
I don't know what they're waiting on here, but hopefully it's you can just mute your mic. Don't worry. If you need to take a drink, or you could do what I did and think you hit the cough button and then take like a nice big snort and you hear the snot all over the stream. That was fantastic. I'm trying to make you laugh while you're drinking, but it's not working. Nope. Okay. Well, either way, I believe looks like we will be getting ready here. Looks like it is live. Fnatic, make ready. I believe it is going to be going live here, since Fnatic has pretty much all but spawned in. So Lankang Dam is going to be interesting because obviously it's one of those maps that can be very snowbally very easily. It can obviously kind of get out of control very quickly as well. And not to mention, Gamers Connection already what?
I said fizz up. I was trying to join you in the fizzy drink.
That doesn't even work for this.
I don't care. I just wanted to join you.
They'll spill the bottle on themselves. What? We're talking about ponies.
It's just as bad. Regardless, let's jump into game. So 10 seconds on the countdown, not
on
cooldown.
The cooldown?
Yeah, but it could be a cooldown. Regardless, we can see that the Russian side does have that little bit of a preference. Obviously, going to be starting on the A flag, and we'll see where that goes. God, these little pauses, if you guys are noticing them, these pauses are me trying to kind of get to grips with everything here in the studio. Obviously, this is my first time doing all of the bells and whistles. But regardless, we'll see what Valitaja's got for us at the moment. It's too easy as well from the Fnatic side. Nice work from him as we're going to see
Make up your mind. Who do you want to see?
I'm just I'm casting what you're looking at.
Really?
Yes, you are controlling it.
I was just curious if you go for it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Right.
I was just see if you can cast the sky. You talk about the sun all the time.
Deep breaths. Okay, let's see what Fraud is going to bring for GC. Absolutely nothing is the answer to that question. The EK of Drunks takes him down. Tickets seeping out of GC right now. They're just bleeding internally. Fnatic haven't foregone a ticket yet. That is quite impressive from them. Obviously, that means the revives come in. You can see on the left of the screen, they have died, but no tickets have been lost, and that's because they're playing so well as a team that every single death has resulted in a revive from their teammates. So strong play from them. GC heading lower and lower in the second map of the grand final. First map going to GC, so they do have that slight cushion, but we'll see how long that lasts for them at the moment as Lankang is looking pretty good right now for Fnatic. Finally, the couple of tickets start seeping away. That B site is under scrutiny. We'll see who's going to come out on top of that one. It's actually going to look pretty tough for GC. They were trying to capture it, but Fnatic's defensive force comes in waves, and this wave is looking pretty deadly, as we do see a little bit of a capture from Unfixed. I don't know if he didn't. He was so very close to bringing it under Fnatic control. Quick response from Lieutenant Hunter, though, and now Mort bobbing Up and down. He doesn't need to show too much. He's just got this perfect position. This is something we saw Lexi from Infused do very well. This position is something we're going to see quite a lot of, as he's got those eyes on towards B, can put the suppressing fire, and it limits what you can peek at when you're in that B or lobby.
Even shot a teammate in the foot a couple times, just give him a little bit of extra boost from going out that window. But like we're saying, you saw it was 150 to, let's just call it 125 tickets. They took 25 up before really even losing anything for Fnatic's side, but that's how snowball this map can be. Once you get control, it's really hard to lose it unless you kind of make big mistakes or the other team kind of catch you off guard, which is, again, really hard to do considering, the map right now. And, on the side of Games Connection, they've got control of B and C. They will finally lose out in B, though, since they lost out on the battle. And then we'll be going back in Fnatic's hands. But you can see it's almost pretty much tied up. It's only about a 9-ticket difference between the two teams. And that was just due to, that quick hold that you can easily pull off on this map here. And, Fnatic, I think they're one of the strongest teams on Lane Kingdom. And they definitely already showed just from the get-go that they definitely are here. But Games Connection are definitely getting the run for their money. Yeah,
GC looking pretty good. I think it's the retake that Fnatic usually are known for. Fnatic can always take back a site and know how many players they need to take back the site. But it has to be said that this looks like GC are doing a very similar kind of strategy. They know how to approach these sites. Prime example here, now we've got Zia approaching this A site alongside his teammate. We'll see as he approaches these stairs, he's got the pre-fire, he knows where he's going to be caught off, and his nade is going to make it very difficult for them to watch it. Second one as well, Zia charging in towards this A site, and this is important. This is really a prime example. I'm trying to highlight it, but right now, the Fnatic side are having none of it. 3 players above him, and I think Zia has made the wise decision to leave that and be quite happy with that A-B hold. Greed is the curse of man, and we'll see how Zia does go down because of that roam towards A. Exis as well considered the A-rush and is put to bed early. Nice try, but GC looking to hold on to B and C. Lieutenant Hunter just lying in wait, pretending to be the secretary here in the lobby. Nice try, but here comes the swarm heading in towards B. There is so many corpses in this B site right now. As Hunter returns to his position, there is just bloodshed. Mort trying to extend that with the Magnum, as he's going to have to get some more bullets into it before he can continue. Got rocking the red dot sight on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see exactly what guns they're all using, just to kind of have an idea. A lot of AKs, a lot of aces. A lot of AKs, actually. Yeah, a lot of AKs and aces in this one.
Yeah, and this is one of those maps, because it's that medium range, lots of kind of upper to lower combat. This is where you don't see the engineer classes. It's not that kind of Lankang Dam approach. Zavod, you usually see at least 1 or 2 engineer classes. This one, absolutely none of it, and they more rely on the revives, which we saw Fnatic use fantastically earlier. They were resurrecting people so much that the tickets didn't seep away, and now actually we're seeing this level tickets 92 to 92, and there it is. A is secured. That brings the trip cap home for GC, and this is something they're going to try as they might. I don't think they need to be worrying about holding on to it. This is where they just make A and B their home, dig in, spend this time that Fnatic do spend on C, spend it recovering and digging in on A and B.
And this is a time when being aggressive can actually work out for you, too. If you can catch Fnatic out like the courtyards or not in the buildings, you can build yourself a nice, huge lead. But they have lost C, so Fnatic able to turn that one over. Hexus still trying to buy a little time, though, trying to obviously kind of hold them back. As you can see, B a little bit light here is Lieutenant Hunter. Going to get a couple of respawns on top of him. But Drunks, we're going to tag along with him really quick, see what he does. Picks up the kill on Hunter. Looks like he will go down from the man who came in and was able to help out his teammate right there. But Gia still looking for another kill. Using the Ghost Ring, picks up the kill on Navalu. And that will at least allow them to hold on to B for a little bit longer here. But the battle still not over just yet. You can see Fnatic looks like the 2 men going to be able to back away, or at least just hold on for a little bit longer as Unfix goes down. Drunks drops straight on top of the enemy team. Gets a revive in as well. And that should be B turned over now for the side of Gamers Connection. In the meantime, C is wide open to be taken here. And it looks like Hunter's going to be able to pull the one off. So 2-1 still going to be maintained in favor of GC. And they've already been able to build up a nice 26-ticket lead, going on 30 at this point, after they're already down about 25-30 off the get-go.
Yeah, really, really interesting positioning from GC. They've kind of their rotations are not limited. They're willing to kind of be flexible, as are Fnatic. These guys are like a kind of mini Fnatic, I feel. The way they're playing is so similar to Fnatic that I think Fnatic aren't used to it. They don't know how to deal with it. They've never played against themselves before. And right now, they're staring in the mirror and they don't like what they see.
It's like me every day, unfortunately. Stare in the mirror, not liking what I see.
Yeah.
Just hate being so handsome sometimes, you know?
Oh, it's
too
tough.
Much attention.
It can be tough.
Oh, you know about that?
Oh, I've heard.
Anyways, here section having to try cap again for a little bit of time. They will lose on C though, it looks like. Even lose on potentially B here. So quickly a 3 cap can be turned around to a 2-for-1 against you. But they still have a nice split. Almost 50 ticket advantage at this point. They already have 1 map under their belt. And they're looking at potentially taking, a sweep onto number 2 here. Obviously, they'd be more than happy to take it to a win versus Fnatic. A lot of momentum builds up inside your team as the morale obviously rises, beating one of the best teams, within Europe alone, but not to mention the team who's won 2 seasons in a row and spent last season winning every single cup. But right now, Gamers Connection, they need to take this 2-1 back. They need to focus on what's their next objective, how are they going to get back into this B flag or C. And right now, Fnatic have 4 men commit towards that B flag here to hold on to it. That's going to be really tough to break.
Yeah, and I mean, these tickets, they're just slipping so easily away from Fnatic right now. They've got that BC hold, but the damage is done. And I don't doubt right now we're going to see a kind of grouping of players for GC. And I can't imagine where they're going to go. I'm assuming B, Lieutenant Hunter on the outside. Let's see how that works for him now. Is he going to bob around the corner? Is he going to push in? He is. He's taking the risk. Usually likes to wait for a couple of players to pick him up, but he's going to catch Valitage's toes on the stairs. Does take him down. Looking to get into the magazine. Around the corner, looking. Oh, look at this push. This is fantastic work from GC. They've swarmed in. They've done what Fnatic couldn't, and they've retaken B to an extent without committing too many players. 3 players now in B, and it's looking to become GC's.
Mort still trying to fight. Less Fnatic hitting the respawns, coming right back in here as fortunately GC doesn't have them on their side. And Fnatic going to maintain the hold on the B for a little bit longer, it seems, as they do wipe out the rest of Gamers Connection. So 33-51. This lead that obviously Gamers Connection was able to build up is slowly but surely dwindling away at this point. Look at this random respawn coming in.
Well, that's tough.
Gia should be able to have C for himself. In the meantime, Tuizi could potentially take A back.
Yeah, and he's going to try and do... We saw Zia really kind of being cautious at those stairs. Tuizi sprints it, bombs it. He knows that the enemy players are going to be kind of far away from A. And say the enemy players, I think there's one. It's going to be Hexus. Hexus is coming to try and question it, and he just gets put to bed instantly. Big performance when it matters from the Fnatic players. And so leveling it out yet again. GC, they keep getting these leads and Fnatic keeps bringing it back. That is the sign of a team that have got that solid mindset that you really do need in Battlefield. Everything's going on. There's explosions left, right, and center. Walls are exploding in front of you. If you can keep a steady head, that is when you can really bring it when the pressure gets high.
Right now, it's currently at 115-7 for his team. GK at 12-5, and they haven't been able to pick up B. Hunter looking for another kill here. He's able to at least get the assist on that one. So they will hold B, they will hold C, and they will lose on A. But they're still in the 2-1. It's 20-30. If they can hold on to this next push, then they could potentially come out of this first half with about a 20 ticket advantage in this one. And Hunter is still on a rampage, 15-7, 16-7 now. He's pretty much a single-handed army for his team. Tuizi coming in. They want to pick up the kill onto him. I'm going to push back in and potentially stop. This gets a couple of revives. Looks like Drunks will get put right back up here, but maybe to his death. As you can see, Fnatic down to 10 tickets, now 8 remaining. And that should be it here. If they can't cap B right now, then that's going to be it. They're going to be losing this first half here. Gamers Connection going to come out with a 25-ticket lead.
Fantastic. They managed to hold on to it. It was a bit back and forth. They looked a bit wobbly at times, but GC have managed to secure an early lead. It didn't stop them earlier, though. We saw GC, they secured that first half, and it just looked a little bit different on the second side of Dawnbreaker. Didn't stop them taking it in the end, though. We'll see where this goes. GC obviously taking the first map. This is the second. We'll see where it goes in that second half. Wow, look at that. Guess who's at the top of the scoreboard for GC yet again? It's
Hunter.
Jika. Yeah, Jika and Hunter. Well, who was it last time? To be fair, it was Zia and Jika. This time, Jika, the man who I think has pretty much been at first or second on that scoreboard every single time we've casted him in these last 2 days. And over on the Fnatic side, unfixed again. So these players that have been performing so well earlier in the tournament, they haven't stopped. And so they've maybe got their team on their back right now. Bottom of the scoreboard, Valitaja. That's a surprise to me.
Yeah, he's typically... That's the thing. It's weird because right now, for me, the Fnatic scoreline is just completely flipped. It's usually Valu, Tuizi, at the top, and Unfixed kind of sit in the third. Drunk sits like 4th or 5th, and Mort sits 4th or 5th. But it's completely on its back, and that's a bit worrying. So worrying for me. I guess it kind of shows that maybe some people in Fnatic have been practicing a little bit more than the rest, and as we know, they don't really practice too much anyways. So I don't know. I feel like this is not a good sign for Fnatic if you're a Fnatic fan out there. But then again, groups. That's what it really comes down to if you can get into the offline playoffs, and I'm pretty sure Fnatic, that's when they're really going to start to pick up their practice in that 2-week period that they do have before things kick off for that one.
Regardless, I think the teams are going to be happy with that half. GC, of course, Do have that very, very slight advantage. I need to make a note of that so I don't forget. I believe it was at 32? 25 down. Got the wrong number on my sheet.
Never mind. Whatever. We'll talk about it later. But it looks like Fnatic obviously on the Chinese side. Gaming section on the Russian side. I'm going to find out what's going to happen. This one, obviously, C and A going to be capped over for the respective teams. But B, that's where the first initial fight really breaks down. And that's where I'm really curious to see as we get a lovely view of your sun. Happy? Wait, here. Happy?
Oh, it's beautiful. You know I'm a sucker for the lighting of Battlefield. They've just done it so well.
Wait, what? Ooh, wait, what about this?
That's not artsy enough. No, don't like it.
Wait, what about...
Got to obey the rule of thirds, Jason.
Wait.
Oh. Yeah.
So, you know, a little
kind of the
overlook.
Batman look. Maybe.
I'm Batman.
Maybe
I
look
kind
a
of do
little
that
bit
when I'm
higher.
sick. That's very nice. I look up a little higher.
Yeah, something about that. Oh, that's how there you go. Look, that's a proper photo. That's beautiful. This is artsy. We're doing well. Let's see if we can get a nice pan of the players leaving spawn as we're going to be kicking off now. It's the second half of the grand final in this cup number 2 of the full Battlefield ESL One. There's the mouthful out. As we're going to progress into this game, so have a look at that tabletop. You can see there's going to be a brawler B. No surprises there. We're on board with Zia as he's going to straight away be put under some heavy fire. In fact, going to go down. Nice start for the Fnatic side. Drunks picks himself up a cheeky double, and that should secure the status, at least for now, of that B flag. So Drunks going to try and take some cover. He knows he doesn't need to overextend too much, and that's going to be an early start for Fnatic, and they're going to need it. They have that deficit they're going to have to battle through. 25 extra tickets. Add that to that Russian side. And we'll see how this goes for GC. Right now, frags are looking great for Fnatic. The same start they had last time. Don't forget that Fnatic started with so many good resurrects and so many good revives that they didn't drop tickets despite the, I think it was around 6 or 7 deaths. So, I mean, that's impressive from Fnatic. That shows the team play that they possess. And right now, yet again, GC are slipping away in the early game.
Oh, you know, Gamers Connection might not have the best of early games, but one thing they were at least able to prove at the end of that game was they can take tri-caps and they can hold them pretty damn well. Obviously, Fnatic have been able to prove that they can, obviously, kind of cancel those out. It's kind of just a battle of these two, big teams who are, very well evenly matched. It comes down to, which I kind of hate that we can't show you. It comes down to, like, every once in a while, just like the small 1v1 that you see that completely can turn a game around. And unfortunately, we can't really catch that too well from our perspective in this. But just every so often, just those one frags, Lieutenant Hunter dropping down that corner to the right that we saw, before, picked up a kill on the Valos on the staircase, opened up the B flag, and, obviously was able to allow them to pick that up and build up a lead. But either way, Fnatic hold on to B, holding on to C here. And we need to see Gamers Connection pick up a couple of these 1v1s to really open up one of these flags to be able to push in.
119, look at it, it's just slipping away. Fnatic have only lost 2 tickets so far. Insanity right now. And the man we were saying, usually in the middle of the scoreboard, is 5 for 1. Drunks alongside Too Easy is bringing his A game, trying to secure this grand final.
Look at this, why is there 3 people pushing outside in the same direction? Towards Valu's behind the car.
It does look like poor decision making, and because of the stupid amount of numbers, 4 players from GC around that B site, Too Easy just strolled into A, checked his corners and said, right, okay, that's a trip cap, thank you very much. And so they're just rubbing salt into this wound, and I mean, this wound is bleeding heavily. They're bleeding tickets. They're just losing it from every pore. 102 tickets already, 147. They've only lost 3. That is an insane margin for Fnatic right now, and if they keep this going, we're going to be seeing a 3rd map.
Very well could here at this point. I mean, they have a 50-ticket lead at this currently at this juncture, and it looks like B will be turned over. Finally, C going to be capped over as well, so this will finally be broken. And now it's Gamers Connection's turn to hold on to this, see how much they can build up here. Too Easy. Did Fraud kill him? No, okay, it was someone else. The man we were seeing was Gia, so it actually wasn't the man that killed him. It turned around in a complete 180. But Fraud actually pushing over towards A flag here, and actually might be able to pick this one up here, and actually might be able to pick up a tri-cap their own. But I feel like he should just play aggressive, not take the flag, just kind of keep the fight on their side of the map, and slowly let these tickets, trickle in your favor. Because all you need, to win by is 26.
Exactly.
You're in a hurry. You don't need tri-caps in this game to win. Yeah,
and I don't want the greed to overtake GC. Something they've been quite good at is the patience and knowing that they don't need to push out. We've seen a couple of slip-ups from them, but right now they're playing it right. They're sitting in on B. They know that that's the only realistic possibility for Fnatic. They've got someone covering their rotate to C, and now it's just digging in, holding steady on this central area in B, and right now you see them setting themselves up, and
Look
they're
at
doing
that
a fantastic job. They're just shutting down Fnatic. 3 players down already. Looking for that squad wipe. Only Unfixed is left standing for Fnatic, and that's a perfect positioning from Frod for that revive.
All right, so that full 4-man push that came in towards B was completely thwarted. And you know what? They had about, what, a 40-50 ticket lead? That's completely gone now. It's at only about 20 at this point. It shows how quickly this can turn around here. But the push, as you can see, again, Fnatic, just so many men committed to this one area, this one direction, makes it so easy to hold. Why not hit the back of the building? Why not hit the other side of the building to really get in there? But either way, here's section. They're going to hold on this push here, and they should be able to even things out. This should be a tied game now.
Yeah, and I mean, credit goes to Gamers Connection here. They didn't try and take A. They didn't try and get greedy. They were quite happy with the 2. They knew that that would level up the tickets. And look at this play. Lieutenant Hunter looking for the 3rd. I do not believe my eyes. Lets his teammate Hexus pick it up. Plays the prone game there. But fantastic work from him. And as I was saying, you know, this is a really smart move from GC. They're making Fnatic come to them. It's what a lot of teams make the mistake of not doing. And we see finally, look at that outside area, C2easy. He's going to get caught off by Jika. Jika is the wise man. Going to be trying to keep an eye on that crossing. They know that C has a vulnerability, and it looks like Fnatic is going to start to come in from there. You see Mort and Too-Easy now closing in on C, but the defensive work is a little too strong, as Mort is going to be desperate for a frag.
B is wide open, though. That's unfortunately the downside of that, would have pulled their eyes in multiple directions, and they're committing 3 men back towards C as well, and this might even be their time to push in. If Jika picks up this kill, it could be huge. It could allow them to continue to go in, and unfortunately just throwing away a ticket like that can be definitely detrimental to your team. But you know what? They have the lead. It's 83-83, plus they have 25 on their back extra. All they have to do is just take this 2-cap back and just kind of hold exactly how they did before. And well, Fnatic is even going a little bit aggressive on the C fire here. You see Too-Easy pushing up. I'm going to catch 1 man off the back. And that will be Fraud going down, but unfortunately Too-Easy will fall from that one as well. So that's 2-man hold right there comes into play. And look at this, Jika trying to catch them off guard at A, trying to pull them in multiple directions here, which is actually could be, this could really break down the strategy, the hold that Fnatic has.
Yeah, you
2
see
kills, wow.
Jika, wow. See, this is the position that can work wonders if you do it at the right time. We see him climbing up the ladder, positioning himself beautifully on A, and managed to shut down all of the defense that Fnatic could muster for that A flag. That's going to give them the AC hold. It's not ideal, but it's what they need to stop the bleed. As Fnatic, and now it's going to be turned over. They're even looking to take B, and I think this is very wise move from GC.
This could be a tri-cut coming in, Jika.
Yeah, it could be a tri-cut, but even if it isn't, they're forcing Fnatic to worry about B.
It is, though.
And
it is going to be a tri-cap. Wow.
On that A side, you've got to consider that Fraud is the only man on A, and he's doing a great job of stopping and keeping this tri-cap dream alive. He's managed to slay 1. I know there's another player coming. The nade... Oh, it makes it so clear, but Fraud is just a little too strong, a little too wise, and he's going to pick up a 3rd as well. Somebody stop him. He's single-handedly maintained this trip cap, and that bleed is going to be crippling for Fnatic.
It is. Actually could be potentially the final nail in the coffin here for Fnatic. They have to respawn 3 people in, takes down about 51. They're already losing tickets pretty damn quickly because of the tri-cap, and honestly, this is their last push, and look where they're coming from. They're all outside. This allows the rest of Games Section to rotate over towards the safe flag to hold on to it. Hana is on the underbelly side, waiting for him to rotate around towards the staircase, and he does spot 1 man. He's going to push straight in. This will be a free kill from the back. He actually wasn't spotted out just yet here. Hana going to take his time. Let him start to cap it over.
They're bleeding.
Oh, he gets killed from the backside, though. He doesn't really expect it, and they're unfortunately going to lose out on 1 man there. As they do pick up 1 as well, but look at this. Junk's not coming from the back. He has to pick up kills here. This is it. 10 tickets left to work with, or Gamers Connection are going to make Fnatic go home.
Yeah, and Fnatic do not want to go home. This is going to be the 2nd cup in a row. Maybe they've treated the first one, you know, as an anomaly.
He's being back-capped.
And look at Fred as well in the mid-area. Lieutenant Hunter did his good work, but Fred... He's coming on the outside. He's desperate to keep A under control. He did such a great job last time. It's going to slip under 26. It's right next to 25. And I mean, Fnatic, they treated that first one. They treated that first one as, you know, an anomaly. They treated it like, oh, this isn't going to happen again. And they came in with that overconfidence. They're immediately going to start leaving the server. They're not going to be happy with that one. And I mean, wow.
Fireworks for Hana.
That is huge for GC. Really, really happy for them.
That was a lot of explosions in a row. All right, so Gamers Connection going to take down Fnatic. Fnatic unfortunately going to lose in their 2nd time of getting into the grand finals of the Cup. Losing to Epsilon, now losing to Gamers Connection, unfortunately. But GC, got to talk about them and how well they played. That was very well done, to be honest. Sorry. And very impressive,
it was,
to say the
really
least.
Good. I think what I was expecting was a stronger Fnatic. We both called it. We both said, oh, this is Fnatic. It's going to be a hard game. Well, you said it was going to be a Fnatic stomp. So
I said Gamers Connection.
Yeah, we've got VODs, we have video proof, so we'll look at that. But regardless, it has to be said, GC really turned up there. I underestimated them. There we go, mouthful. I underestimated them. They really performed. I may have overestimated Fnatic because these guys are looking weak. You said prep may be an issue. You did say that they may not be putting 100% effort into it yet. But I mean, 500 euros is 500 euros. I know I'd make an effort.
$5 is $5.
Yeah. But I mean, that's great play from GC. Second time in a row now, cup number 2 in this full season that we've seen Fnatic slip away in the grand final. Well, no, actually they lost out in the semi, so they actually got further this time. But that's still not far enough.
I was wrong. I was wrong. They did lose out in the to Epsilon in the in the semis last time.
And so they managed to get to grand final. Maybe next time, cup number 3, we'll see Fnatic take it. But overall, I mean, that was good fun to cast. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Jason, any last words?
Yeah, can you turn my audio off really quickly?
I can totally turn your audio off really quickly.
Because there we go.
There you go.
Now I can get that ready for you.
Thank you very much.
No, that was it. That was it. Good job today.
Yeah, I mean, I apologize for any bumpy roads we may have covered, but this is my first time in the studio, kind of doing all the bits over here you can't see, making magical things appear on your screen. As always, though, guys, I've been Machine, and this beautiful hunk of man has been Jason Kaplan. You can follow our social medias beneath if you want to find out when the next one of these is, and hopefully I'll do it a little bit better than today. But it was.
Maybe doing it all by yourself next time.
I might be. Yeah, I'm gonna be a rogue, a lone ranger here in the Studio 4.
Also, guys, make sure to follow the Twitch channel because if we do any Battlefield action, it's always going to be here. Of course, next week on Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock or 1900 CEST, we have, of course, more Battlefield action with cut number 3. Week after that will be cut number 4, and then I believe a couple weeks after that we'll be doing the group stages. So make sure to tune in for that. Make sure to follow the Twitch channel. And I think that's it.
I think that's everything. Yeah. Fantastic, guys. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys did as well, and we'll see you for the next cup soon.